What a brilliant tip. I have both those products. They're both some of my favorite complexion products, and I have never tried to do that. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because I'm going to be trying out your makeup tips again. I'm saying again because I already did this video once. It was several months back. You guys seem to love it. I loved doing this video. I loved filming it as well because it gave me a chance to not only learn new tips, but also see your faces, which was so fun. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys to submit videos sharing with me your makeup tips, and my husband actually went through all the videos category by category and selected the tips that he wanted me to try today. I haven't seen any of these videos, so it makes it even more exciting for me to learn as we go. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm so excited about this video. First of all, thank you to everybody who submitted videos. It means so much to me that you guys wanted to participate in something like this. So anyway, I will have that first video linked down below in case you haven't seen it yet, but let's just get right into it. Oh, by the way, I painted my nails yesterday. I'm ready for Easter weekend and they're very fun. So sorry if that's a little distracting, but I actually love all the pastel colors. Okay, let's begin. We're gonna start off with a moisturizer. This is from Lillian, so let's see what she has to say.
I'm Lillian, and I'm going to show you a moisturizer tip that I love. So it's basically, you take a flat brush and you take whatever hydrating moisturizer you're going to use, and basically you put it on the flat brush and you just pat it in, especially on the under eyes, just like pat, pat, pat. And it gives you the most glowy, beautiful skin under makeup or like without, and it's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, Lillian, you are so cute. Second of all, I have never done that before where I take a flat brush and pat in a moisturizer. So I'm super excited. Thank you for sharing your tip with me. Okay, so step number one will be to find a flat brush. I hope this one will work. I think this should do the trick. And then let's do a moisturizer. I'm going to be using my Embryolisse Late Cream Concentrate moisturizer. It's one of my go-tos. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go in with my flat brush. This is crazy. I've never done this before. And I'm going to pat this onto the skin, especially under the eyes, she said, and it will give me glowy skin. Ooh, this actually feels nice. And I was at first a little bit nervous as to how it would blend out, but it's blending out fine. And I really feel like it's being pressed into the skin. I'm gonna pat a little more moisturizer over the areas that I feel like I need some extra hydration. My skin's kind of dry right now, but I did focus the majority of the moisturizer right in this area here underneath the eyes, like Lillian said. It's kind of like a nice face massage as well. It feels really good actually. Well, how fun was that? Okay, let's see what the next makeup tip is. Okay, we are going to learn a brow tip next from Beth. Let's see what she has to teach us.
Hey Allie, I hope you're doing well and staying safe. My beauty tip is for the brows, and this is to get a little bit more of a natural look and not looking like block brows. So I fill mine in on the outside with a pencil, not the inside, just the outside. I set the pencil with a powder, and then I take a brow gel and run it through my brow. And then I kind of use the bristles of the little brush to kind of fill in the inner part and give me those hair-like strokes.
Well, first of all, hello, your makeup is beautiful. Second of all, your brows are killer, so I totally trust your opinion when it comes to these brow things, so thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so we're gonna start out with a pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil and just fill in the outer portions of the brow. So, and I'm stopping about here on my brows. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly fill in the other one. You guys, this is so fun for me to see your faces and to learn from you guys. It is so much fun. We're only on the second makeup tip and I already feel like I'm having a blast. So I have a feeling this video is gonna be a good one. Okay, so the brow gel that she was using had a little bit of a tint to it, I believe. I mean, yeah, it would have to, right, to be able to fill in the brows. So I'm gonna take one that's just sitting on my desk. This is from Hourglass. It's the Arch Fiber Gel brow gel in the shade Soft Brunette. So it seemed like she took the brow gel kind of through the ends of the brows first to soften things, something like that, and then she took the same brow gel and used it to fill in the front of the brows. Ooh, it's working. Okay, I got a little heavy-handed, so I might have to take my pencil to clean up the under part of this, but it is making a more soft front portion of the brow, which I love. See, that brow did so much better than this brow. Something happened on this brow. I feel like everybody, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I have a good brow and a bad brow. And today this one's giving me a little more trouble, but maybe I just need to go over it a couple more times. This brow looks great. I'm really loving how soft it is in the front of the brow. And she's right, it gives you a very soft kind of effect. It doesn't have that blocky inner portion. I'm going to take my spoolie and just kind of brush through the front of the brow on this one. Okay, so those are the brows for now. I might revisit them later just depending on if I get makeup on them, but I really like how soft and fluffy they look, so thank you so much, Beth, for sharing that. Let's go ahead and move on to primer, I think is next. Yeah.
Hi Ellie, my name is Leah and I have a primer hack for you. So
Ooh.
after applying your daily moisturizer, you should go in with the gel of an Aloe plant all over your face. This will control your oils, leave your skin looking smooth and fresh, and it will also treat your blemishes and pimples while you're wearing your makeup. So yeah, I hope this hack works out for you. Love you, bye.
Oh my gosh, I love you too. Thank you so much for sharing that, Leah. Okay, so this makes sense as to why my husband put this on my desk. He was looking for aloe vera through our house, and I don't think I have just like normal aloe vera, but I have this Sunbum aloe vera gel, which is mostly aloe that does have a little bit of tea tree in it, but this is what I'm going to be using. So Leah said that using aloe vera as a primer helps your makeup look glowy and it also treats your skin. That's so brilliant. I don't know why I've never thought of that before. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit, oh, that was a weird noise, but I'm going to take some of this Sunbum aloe vera, and she said to apply it after moisturizer, which is great because that's what we have already done to the skin. So I'm going to lightly apply this all over. It feels so nice on the skin, actually. It has like a cooling effect to it. Well, already I feel like my skin looks so dewy and so glowy. Oh my gosh, you know what else I'm noticing about this? Aloe vera in general kind of has a tacky finish when it dries down, which is brilliant as a primer because that's usually what you want to look for in a lot of those long-lasting primers is that slightly tacky finish. It helps to grip the makeup. This is doing that. Oh my gosh. Not to mention that aloe vera is much less expensive than like an actual full-on primer. So I'm excited to see how this wears throughout the day. Ooh, this is so fun. Okay, next up we're going to learn about eyeshadow primer from Lexi. So let's see what she has to say.
Hi Allie, my makeup tip is for eyeshadow primer and it's to use a stick foundation. I personally use Maybelline Superstay foundation.
I have that.
I just find that foundation creases less during the day, eyeshadow applies more smoothly, and it just like doesn't crease as much because foundation is meant to last all day on your skin. And yeah, I hope you're all staying safe with your families and staying healthy in this time. Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, and I hope you are staying safe and healthy as well. Okay, so the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation as an eyeshadow primer. That's such a cool tip. I'm gonna go grab mine and we will put it on the eyes. Okay, so I've got my Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. I'm gonna take a little Real Techniques concealer brush and I'm gonna use this all over the eyes as an eyeshadow primer. This is great too because it gives you nice coverage on the eyes too, which kind of helps to cancel any discoloration on the eyes. What a fun trick. I'm so excited about this. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, I think I was supposed to watch 3 in a row. That's how my husband had it set up. So I'm going to watch these next 2, one after another, because they both involve eyeshadow. So let's start with Petra. She has another eyeshadow technique to share.
Hi, so my makeup tip is if you really want the Bella Hadid Kendall Jenner type eye look where it's really pulled back, but you don't want to get any surgery, just when you're blending out your eyeshadow, use your transition shade or your bronzer and do it like this and pull it out to your temples.
Ooh.
And make sure you follow the angle of your eye. And when you're done, your eye's going to really look catty and pulled, and it's going to make the makeup look in a hole and your eyes look really well.
Ooh, I love that tip. Essentially, it sounded like to kind of contour your eye in a certain shape to kind of give a lifted look. So following the crease like this, and then you just kind of elongate it out this direction. That makes a lot of sense. I'm excited to try that. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Let's go to the last eyeshadow tip, and then we will do our eye look.
Hi Allie, my name is Brittany, and
Hi, Brittany.
my tip for you is using the Flower Beauty Blush Balm Drops as an eyeshadow. It stays on really, really well, and I've also used the Honest Beauty cream blushes as well as eyeshadows. Both work really well and stay on for a really long time. So I hope this is a useful tip for you. Thanks so much for all your awesome videos. I've learned so much from you, and yeah, thanks so much.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for being so sweet, first of all, and thank you for your tip. I have have both of those products. I'm going to grab both. We're going to do a little contour thing, and then we'll do some blush on the eyes with those products, and that will be our eyeshadow look. I'm really excited because you guys know how much I love to use blush and bronzers on the eyes, but it's not that often that I try a cream blush on the eyes, so I'm excited about this. Okay, so I'm going to start off by creating a transition shade, and I'm wanting to use something that has a little bit more of a cool tone. That's what's going to create or help create that shadowy effect. Let's see, I'm going to take the Kylie Cosmetics pressed bronzing powder in the shade Khaki. This just has a slightly more cooler tone, so I feel like it will help create that shape that we're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start to apply this in the crease and above as a transition. And this is the part where I want to kind of take it outward like that. Am I doing this right? I feel like I need an even more precise brush. I feel like I should have started with a more precise brush from the beginning. So I'm taking it through the crease and then up and out. Ooh, yeah, I feel like that side looks a lot better than this side. That's okay, you know, it's my first time trying this trick. I almost want to like redo this one a little bit. So I'm going to take the brush that we used with the stick foundation and kind of smooth things over a little bit, just so I can be a little more precise with this. Okay, I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of clean up the edges lightly, just to create even more of that lifted effect. Ooh, I can definitely see how that would kind of create that nice lifted eye look. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I have 3 shades of the Flower Beauty blush bombs, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I also have the Honest Beauty cream blushes. This one's kind of pretty. It's like a deep shade. I feel like we should keep things a little bit more neutral, so I'm going to take the blush bombs in the shade Cinnamon, which is kind of like this brown color. Has a bit of a peachy undertone to it. And I'm just going to actually take it on my hand, and then I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to take this brush and just kind of blend this out all over the eyes. And I'm working in light layers, just to kind of prevent too much product from getting on the eyes, because my eye shape, it just tends to crease. So I'm using light layers to hopefully prevent too much creasing. Okay, I actually kind of want to take a little bit of this deeper Honest Beauty blush. This is Plum Berry. So I'm going to layer the Plum Berry shade over top, kind of focusing that on the outer portion of the eye, just for a little bit more dimension. This is a really beautiful shade. Okay, next I'm just going to lightly take my finger again and make sure that the blush didn't get too low on the edges. I feel like I got a little bit too high up on that side. I'm going to go back in with the brush that we used for that contoured shape. I'm just going to blend a bit more over top just to make sure everything looks nice and smooth. Okay, so this is what we're looking like right now. Let's go ahead and move on to mascara, and then there are 2 false lashes tips after that. So we'll do mascara first, then we'll learn about false lashes. Okay, so Lulu has something to share about mascara.
Today I actually just want to add color on my bottom lashes, so I'm just gonna apply that on my bottom lashes. Now I can just add color, and I'm just gonna go over the base.
Oh my gosh. What? That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she created her own colorful mascara using an eyeshadow base on the lashes and then dusting eyeshadow over top. I'm totally going to do that on the lower lashes. Let's watch the other 2 lash videos first. That is such a cool trick. I have never seen that before. I'm super excited to try it out. Okay, let's see what Julia has to say about a false lash tip.
Hi, Allie. I'm one of your new viewers, one of your younger viewers as well.
So
As soon as I found your video in my recommended for how to look good without in person, I started binge watching. My tip is for lashes. Basically, you put the lash glue on your lash line, and then you stick the eyelash on top of that. Now, I don't have enough time to show you, as I'm limited to 30 seconds, but I already did this eye, and I hope you find this tip useful. Bye!
Hey, that is really smart. Oh my gosh, first of all, thank you so much for watching my videos and for being so sweet. Second of all, I always apply the glue to the lash, so that'll be really, really interesting to try. I'm excited. Okay, we have one more false lash tip.
Hi, so my tip is for applying lashes. What I do when I apply lashes is I put the lash glue straight on my lash line and not on the lash band.
Her too.
What this does is it makes it easier to apply, and you don't have to let the glue dry when it's on the lash line, obviously. And it makes it so much easier because I am a beginner in lashes, and hope it helps you and you like it. Bye, I love you.
Oh my gosh, I love you too. This is so much fun, you guys, to see your faces. This is seriously so much fun. Okay, so thank you so much to both of you for that tip. I have never tried that before. I've never heard of that before. So we're gonna do the rest of the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of blush along the lower lash line, just using what's left of the Honest Beauty cream blush, since I'm probably not gonna revisit the eyes after this. Oh my gosh, how fun. You guys are so beautiful too. Oh my gosh. I remember feeling that way when I filmed the last video, when I was able to see your faces and get a small glimpse of your personalities and things. Like, you guys are so beautiful. So we've got a little bit of color on the lower lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some just regular mascara to the top lashes before we do false lashes. This is the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara. I'm not gonna do too much because we're doing false lashes on the top. Okay, I need to go get a lash glue really quickly, and I actually have some lashes sitting right here that I think I'll use. Okay, I've got actually a new lash glue right here. This is from Velour Lashes. It's just their plain lash adhesive, so I'm gonna go ahead and, apply this along the lash line. This is such an interesting way to do things. I'm gonna make sure I have enough glue on the inner and outer portions, because that's where my false lashes tend to lift up. Okay. I feel like I need to rush. Okay, then I'm gonna hurry and take my lashes before this dries. And I'm gonna go ahead and place that right on top of the glue. Oh my gosh, it did work. Okay, I feel like, first of all, that worked so well, but since it's my first time doing it, I feel like I could have gotten a little better at getting the glue closer to the lash line, which, looking back, I feel like it might have been better to wait to do the mascara till after the lashes are on, just to blend the lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. This time I'm trying to get a little closer to the lash line. By the way, these are the Kiss Pixie lashes. Okay, I'm gonna take my tweezers and just attach the lashes, and then I'm taking my fingers to make sure that they are nice and snug against the lash line. Okay, so the false lashes are on. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry. I did have to add a little bit more glue on the inner corner here because I didn't put enough and it started to lift. I feel like with some practice I could really get the hang of that, and it made it so much more easy to just pop on the lash and it stuck right away instead of having to wait for the glue to dry while it's kind of sliding around. That was actually really, really helpful. I'm going to take a little bit of the Wander Beauty mascara again, and I'm just going to apply a little more mascara to help blend the false lashes into my real lashes. Okay, next we're gonna try that lower lash line technique. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my NARS eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna take that on a spoolie just like she did. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, I'm coating the lashes with the eyeshadow primer first. Okay, and then I want a little bit of a colorful lower lash line, so I'm gonna take this shade in the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. This is called Bing. Okay, and I'm gonna just kind of dust this over top of the eyeshadow primer. Okay, I mixed that with a deeper shade because I felt like it wasn't showing up the way I wanted it to. That's so cool though. I'm trying to get up close because in these studio lights it's kind of hard to see, but it really did color my lashes. That looks really cool. I feel like hers looked way better than mine. This was my first time trying this trick, so I'm gonna take a brush and just kind of buff underneath the lower lash line. Yeah, it definitely worked. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys. It's not picking up on camera, but they literally are tinted that pink color. It's a really soft pink color. Maybe I should have gone with something deeper to really make it show up, but I'm kind of into it actually. Okay, next I'm gonna wipe away some of the fallout, and then I'm gonna take the moisturizer brush that we were using before. I might put a little bit more moisturizer on underneath the eyes just because I wiped away some of that goodness. I'm gonna use that first technique that we tried. Just gonna press a little bit more moisturizer underneath the eyes. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit more of the Aloe Vera just to kind of make sure I have enough in the T-zone to really grip my makeup. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is Corrector. So Olivia has a tip for us for Corrector.
My favorite makeup tip is to use the Becca Under Eye Corrector on blemishes and acne scars, because as us fair girls, usually the blemishes are really red and marks left behind are usually like a purplish tone. So the Becca Under Eye Corrector really is fantastic before concealer or foundation, and it even works great for no makeup days because it gives just enough coverage and corrective to the blemishes and the scar.
Oh my gosh, such a great tip. I love that. I actually do have the Becca Corrector. Let me go grab that and we'll try out her tip. I feel like somebody gave a similar tip regarding Corrector over blemishes in the last video that I did. I haven't watched that in a long time, so I can't really remember, but I don't think it was like a specific product recommendation. I'm really excited to try this, and this is a great time to use it because I have quite a few red blemishes everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Becca Corrector. I'm just using another Real Techniques brush. I'm also gonna actually use it underneath the eyes as well while we're here. I'm just blending that out and it's already looking so much better. And she was saying that she uses it on no makeup days, kind of all over the face just to, or wherever you have blemishes, just to kind of brighten things up a little bit. And I definitely feel like that is working very well. I'm kind of going to emphasize this shape we have over here by adding a little highlight under the contour, just to kind of add to that lifted eye look. I'm kind of having fun with this actually. I'm putting it all over the face basically. And it really did cancel out the redness around this blemish here. It's still healing, so I can't really cover that part of it, but the coloration around it is like completely gone. Goodness, I need to keep this product here so that I can use it more often. What a great tip. And also I really like how glowy this product makes my skin look. So like it cancels out the coloration, but it doesn't look dull, which I love. Okay. Ooh, thanks for sharing that tip. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to foundations. We have 2 foundation tips. I'm gonna go ahead and watch both and then we will follow them exactly.
Hi, Allie. I love your channel so much. My makeup tip is
So
to
cute.
add the Smashbox Primerizer, the one that's also a moisturizer, into the Fenty Beauty Matte Foundation with a damp sponge. It looks so awesome and like glowier because it has the moisturizer in it. I love it so much.
Oh my gosh, what a brilliant tip. I have both those products. They're both some of my favorite complexion products, and I have never tried to do that. Thank you so much for sharing. Also, you are still so cute and so beautiful without makeup. Never apologize for not wearing makeup. Okay, let's see the other foundation tip. Let's see. Okay, Ivory. So that was from Sienna. Thank you so much for sharing. This one is from Ivory.
Hey Allie, I'm so glad that you're doing this video again. So my tip is about foundation, and the tip is after you go in with your first layer, before you go in with your second layer, wait 4 minutes. I notice if I go in too soon with the second layer, I end up just moving around the first layer and I don't get the coverage that I want. So by waiting 4 minutes, the first layer is dry, so I end up getting the coverage that I want, and I also notice that I end up using less product as well. Hopefully this tip works out for you and that this video finds you. Love you!
Oh my gosh, cute. Love you too. Thank you for sharing. 4 minutes. Okay, like 4 minutes is a long time. Sometimes when there's like a time on the back of, I don't know, a face mask or something like that, and I actually make the effort to set a timer, minutes are longer than you think they are. So that's a pretty long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll set a 4-minute timer and then we'll go in and add more coverage. So let's go ahead and grab the Smashbox Primerizer, the Fenty Beauty Foundation, and then we'll wait 4 minutes before applying our second layer. Okay, so we have our concoction. We have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer and the Fenty Beauty Matte Foundation. This is the shade 150. I'm gonna go ahead and just do 1 pump on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to do 1 pump of the primerizer, just like that. Maybe we'll do another pump of primerizer, just like a half a pump, so it looks like that. Okay, I'm going to mix these together, and I'm going to put a little bit on the face. I'm going to go in with my Dose of Color sponge, and I'm going to pick that up off the back of my hand, and I'm going to go ahead and press this into the skin. I'm so excited to see how this combo looks. Okay, I don't feel like I got enough yet, but because of the second tip that I wanted to try out, I'm not going to go in with any more yet, even though I don't have the coverage that I want yet. And I would normally just go right back in with more foundation, but instead, I'm going to wait 4 minutes. Set a timer for 4 minutes.
Your timer is set for 4 minutes.
Okay. I feel like I've been sitting here in silence for ages, but we still have over a minute left. Wow, 4 minutes is a long time, but I do feel like already it's given a chance for that first layer to sink in, and I actually feel like I might not need as much coverage as I initially would have put on. This is really fun. I love this video. Okay, we have 40 seconds left. While I wait for the timer to go off, I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 more Smashbox Primerizer Fenty Beauty combo on the back of my hand. This time I just did 1 pump per product. It takes a second for these 2 products to mix together, but once they do, it makes a really nice texture. Aha! 4 minutes is up. So I've already got my foundation on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the areas that I feel like I want more coverage, which for me is always like the cheek area, just with that same concoction. Okay, so that second layer of makeup went over the first layer a lot easier, but I do feel like it helped kind of make the skin look more natural. Even though I did go in with 2 layers, it does not look cakey at all, which I love. Okay, amazing. I'm so excited about this makeup look so far. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be a concealer tip, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some concealer underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna use my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. I'm just gonna do like 2 dots. I don't feel like I need that much concealer after foundation and then the corrector. I'm gonna add a bit more concealer over top of blemishes that are just too stubborn, but really you don't need that much at all because we already corrected them, so they already looked so much better. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my concealer brush and just blend this out really quick. Okay, so concealer is on. We're gonna go ahead and do a highlight technique, which is what I'm supposed to watch next. So let's see what this is all about.
Hey Allie, so my makeup tip is for highlighter, and it's to use the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer as a liquid highlight. So I just take a little bit of this on my fingers, and then I just dot it where I would normally apply highlighter, and then I blend it in with my sponge, and it just gives you that really pretty glow from within type of highlight. Bye!
Bye. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to try this. Thank you so much for sharing that. I have that primer. I've only used it as a primer before, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna go grab it. All right, so here is my Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. I'm going to do about a pump of this on the back of my hand. And she said that she takes her finger and dots it on the high points of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then she takes her sponge and blends it out for a natural highlight. Ooh, it is so pretty. You guys know I'm all about that lit from within kind of a glow. So this is totally my speed. It's so pretty, it's so natural, but it's definitely there. I'm even gonna do a little bit more just there on the cheeks, just so that the camera can kind of pick up a little bit more of what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, that's so nice, I love it. I'm taking my concealer brush and just stippling a little bit around because I think I went a little too hard with the sponge and it lifted up some of the makeup underneath. That can happen with any product. That was totally my bad. So I'm just kind of stippling back in some coverage on the areas that I messed up on accident. It really did give such a beautiful natural glow. Okay, I love that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to bronzer. Then we have blush, then lips. Okay, so let's do bronzer from Marissa.
Hi Allie, today my makeup tip is about bronzer. I'm going to keep this short. So most people like to start back here and drag their bronzer towards their mouth, like along their natural cheek. But what I've liked to do recently to make my face more youthful and natural, not so cut, because that's the look I'm going for.
That's what I like too.
Is to go more, start at the ear and go towards your actual nose, kind of more horizontal. I even drag it up over my nose and just go up this way instead of at such a harsh angle. If you do want a little bit of contour, I'll take a cooler tone and a smaller brush and hit right back here, but keep it really high up and don't drag it too far. It'll drag my face down. So that's my tip for you. Amazing. And I hope it helps somebody. Thanks.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot even wait to try that out. Okay, amazing. So I'm going to use a couple of bronzers. I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown bronzer right here. It has a little bit more of a warmth to it. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to use her tip by starting back at the ear and coming in a little bit more straight across versus down. And I'm just going to kind of press this into the skin, coming across the front of the face a little bit. I'm going to take some and put it across the nose like she said. Oh my gosh, already I feel like that really lifted things. You guys know I love bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and apply some to the forehead as well. I really do feel like that helped. And it looks way more youthful to have a little bit of bronze coming across the front of the face too. It looks really nice. I'm gonna add some to the jawline and a little bit down the neck. Okay, I love what that did. Okay, next I'm gonna take a little bit more of a cool tone. So I'm gonna go back into that khaki shade from Kylie Cosmetics. And I'm just going to apply it right back toward the ear only, like she suggested, for a little bit more shape. Oh my gosh, that worked so well. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. Yes, ooh, amazing. I'm gonna wipe off a little bit of that on my hand and go into the Bobbi Brown one more time just to kind of make sure it's all blended. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and take my sponge really, really lightly and go around the edges. This was not part of the tip, this is just what I always do with bronzer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that's nice and blended. I'm seriously having so much fun with this video. Okay, we have a blush tip next from Georgia. Let's see what she has to say.
Hi guys, I want to share with you one of my favorite tips for blush. So what you're gonna do is take the blush, tap off the excess, apply by going up, down, and then back up. Makes you look really happy, youthful, and awake without being too strong. I hope you love my tip. I love you and your channel, Allie, and Bye. Have a good day.
So sweet. I hope you have a good day too. Thank you so much for sharing that tip. I'm obsessed. Okay, up, down, and back up. Love that. Okay, so let's pick a blush really quickly. I want something a little brighter because the blush that she used looked really nice and bright. Let's do this one right here. This is also from Kylie Cosmetics. I just have a bunch of her blushes sitting in front of me, so that's why I'm using a bunch of her stuff. Okay, let's take this. Since I didn't powder the face, I don't know if I'm going to swipe as much as press, but I'm going to go ahead and lightly press this all the way up around the brow. She went up to here, back down, and then back up here. Ooh, fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do the other side. Pressing up and around, back down, and back up. Oh my gosh, cute! It does look youthful. I love that. Okay, again, since I haven't powdered, I'm going to go ahead and make sure the edges are blended the way I want them to be with my sponge. The combination of that bronzer trick with this lifted blush, I feel like really made a nice lifted youthful complexion. I'm into it. I'm loving this. Okay, that was so cute. I loved it. All right, let's go ahead and do lips next. Becky has a tip for lips, so let's see what she has to say.
Hey Allie, this is Becky. I love your channel. So my tip for today is for the lips. It's for a lip liner. So instead of doing liner first, do the lips first and kind of just put the color in the middle of your lip.
Okay.
So like right here.
Ooh, what is that lipstick? That's pretty.
And on the top, just in the middle.
Okay.
And then go over it with a liner and fill in all the extra areas.
Oh my gosh, cool. So it's like kind of reverse contouring your lips. Oh my gosh, cool. Ooh, what's that lip liner? I need to know what these products are. Those are really pretty. I love it.
And that's it.
Cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try this. Okay, so we need to pick a lipstick and then pick a lip liner. Okay, I have this lipstick here. This is KKW Beauty Nude 3. So I'm just going to apply that to the center. This might be a little too like beige for this look. It's just what I first grabbed. And then I have a Melt Cosmetics lip liner. And I'm going to fill in the other areas. Okay, I love what that did. It kind of created a really nice dimension on the corners. I do feel like I want the lips a little bit more pink than what I chose. So I'm going to pop a little bit of 90s Supermodel, also from KKW Beauty, just over top of that in the center. Okay, so we have one last tip. This is for setting and highlight at the very end. So let's see what this is.
Hi Allie, I'm so excited to watch this video. So today I have a tip for you. It's about highlighter. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your setting spray. While your face is still wet, you're already done with your makeup. You're gonna take your highlighter. I'm using the LA Colors Strawberry highlighting powder.
I've never tried that
Shade
powder.
Champagne.
Ooh, that looks pretty.
Just gonna apply it wherever you want. I mean, it's highlighter. You can always play with it. And that way you're gonna have a really blinding effect. Bye!
Ooh, so fun. I love that tip. Okay, so applying highlighter after setting spray. So just to finish up my makeup look, I'm going to go ahead and powder the T-zone. I'm just going to take my Makeup Forever powder just to make sure everything is nice and set, just in the T-zone, because that's where I get oily. And then I'm going to layer back in a little more blush. And then I'm going to set the face. And while the face is still damp, I'm going to take my highlighter. This one is from Revlon. It's the Skin Lights highlighter. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of press that on top. Oh my gosh, it does make it blinding. It intensifies it a lot. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to do a little down the center of the face as well. And then I'm going to actually take my sponge just to blend the edges. That really did work though. I'm going to go back over the crease of my eye and just kind of pat out anything that's settling there. I love the blush on the eyes. With my eye shape, I tend to crease there, but usually if I buff out the excess once I've kind of been wearing the product for a while, it tends to help avoid any creasing. Okay, let's do a tiny bit of highlighter, just using that same Revlon highlighter in the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to put a little bit right here under the brows. I'm going to take a spoolie and just brush up the brows a little bit. Since we did those first, I don't want to lose the shape. I think the powder brush I used might have had a little highlighter on it because my T-zone is looking especially dewy. So I'm going to take a little of my Rimmel Stay Matte powder and just press over that. And then I have to go back in with my blush brush and just make sure that I didn't lose the color on the cheeks. Alright you guys, so that completes this video. Thanks again to everybody who submitted your tips. It's so fun for me to reverse the roles to where you guys are teaching me new tips and tricks. I seriously hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thoroughly enjoyed learning every single thing that you guys taught me today. Thank you so much for sharing. I definitely feel like I'm going to incorporate these tips into my routine more and more. I'm so excited about them. Thank you for the product recommendations as well, as far as like the combinations or how to use a certain product a certain way. I'm super excited about how everything turned out. I feel like my face looks extremely smooth and glowy and healthy and flawless, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for participating and for sharing your tips. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and if you would like to see more like this. I love involving you guys, so just let me know. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. Thanks again for watching my video. Thanks again to everybody who submitted videos, and thank you to everybody who taught me something today. I love you all so much. I hope you're staying safe and staying healthy, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.